When it comes to food, it was quite difficult for me to choose what to include in this mini course, as within the membership platform, I have a whole module with 7 lessons dedicated to establishing healthy eating habits. In my opinion, the most important aspect when it comes to food is the main meals. Learning to prepare balanced meals to get those nutrients in and support your gut, immune system, hormonal balance, your whole body and mind at the same time. So let's cover the main meals today. Again, my aim is to armor you with tools and knowledge so that you'd feel confident and comfortable to craft your own meals, even if you don't follow any recipes. Starting with bowls. I find the G-Bombs by Dr. Joel Furman and F-Goals by Dr. Will Busevich a very good guideline to follow in order to make the meals balanced and nutritious. The G-Bombs stand for greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries and seeds, while the F-Goals stand for fruit and fermented, greens and grains, omega-3 super seeds like flax, chia and hemp, aromatics, onion, garlic, basil, leek, shallot, chives, legumes and sulforaphane found in cruciferous vegetables. Let's also add seaweeds to the formula, as they are an essential source of dietary iodine if you are relying on plants as your main source of food. In addition, seaweed is high in fiber, especially prebiotic fiber. I personally would also add turmeric and bitter foods to this list. Turmeric because it is the single most anti-inflammatory food, and it also has powerful carcinogen blocking effects. Always consume it with a pinch of black pepper, as it enhances the absorption of curcumin 2,000-fold. Bitter foods stimulate your digestion because they help increase the amount of digestive juices in your stomach that help break down food more quickly and effectively. Now, coffee, green tea and cocoa are also bitter foods, but they should not be consumed along with foods, as they may inhibit nutrient absorption. So leave at least an hour between your meal and any of the mentioned bitter foods. Alternatively, enjoy a digestive tea about an hour after eating, like ginger, chamomile, peppermint, licorice, anise or fennel. So how do you go about preparing yourself a balanced bowl? First, pick the greens, either fresh or cooked. Load your bowl with those. Then add cruciferous veggies because they contain sulforaphane, that is a cancer-preventing phytochemical converted from glucoraphanin. It's noteworthy that the seeds of broccoli have the highest concentrations of glucoraphanin, more than 100-fold higher than florets. So broccoli sprouts are something that are always growing in my kitchen. Next step, we go to protein. Beans, lentils, mung beans, edamame, tofu and tempeh. Another great option is soy or pea protein granules that mimic minced meat a bit. Then add grains like rice, quinoa, buckwheat, millet, sorghum, barley, rice, spelt or wheat berries, or opt for whole grain pasta or bread. Include aromatics like onion, garlic, shallots and fresh herbs like dill, basil, parsley or coriander. Let's move on to mushrooms. Pick either chanterelles, cremini, maitake, oyster, porcini, portobello, enoki, lion's mane, shiitake or simple white button mushrooms will do. Saute them though to get rid of toxic substance agaritin, which may be carcinogenic. For extra boost, add some berries or pomegranate seeds. Goji berries taste delicious in a salad bowl. But soak them first if you don't want them to stick to your teeth. Any berries will do good for you. The darker the color, the more potent they are. Berries, in fact, are the healthiest fruits out there, and they don't even need to be fresh. Studies on cherries, raspberries and strawberries suggest that most of their nutrition is retained even when frozen. Next, a touch of seaweeds for daily iodine. I especially love soaked wakame. It adds such a nice umami taste. And finally, nuts and/or seeds that you can also include in the dressing. The dressing makes the salad whole. The simplest one is either miso or tahini based, or you can use both, adding water, lemon juice. If you use miso, lemon juice is not needed, and because miso already has sour taste. Then nutritional yeast and garlic powder or fresh garlic. If you use a blender, you can make use of soaked sunflower seeds and add fresh herbs like basil, parsley, and/or coriander. And here you can see all the ingredients laid out to assemble a tasty bowl. Cooked beet greens, black rice, edamame beans, red cabbage, the nutrient powerhouse, physalis, nori strips, ground flaxseed, sauteed mushrooms, and a miso tahini yogurt dressing with mustard. So you always follow the same formula: greens, cruciferous veggies, grains, legumes, aromatics and herbs, mushrooms, seaweed, optionally berries, and nut seeds, and you can't go wrong. When choosing the ingredients, think about rotation again, especially when it comes to grains, the bulk ingredients. As far as other ingredients are concerned, have seasonal produce in mind as it's the freshest. You don't have to aim for perfection with every single meal. However, the more you use these steps and tools, the more they become part of you, and you make use of them unconsciously. Homework. Use what you learned immediately. Craft a salad bowl, a stew or soup having the principles we just talked about in mind, and based on what's seasonal and available in your region at the moment. And then prepare it. Maybe even making a bigger batch so that you have several meal times covered. What's more, in the membership area, I demonstrate how to make a stew or a curry following all the steps that I just talked about. When you join, you'll have 2 very useful cheat sheets that you can stick to your fridge or anywhere. A bowls guide and salad dressings guide, which actually are available for the public as well. You can check the description to access those guides. Inside the membership platform, you'll find separate videos on breakfasts, snacks and desserts, meal planning and prepping, and tips to get the most out of your food nutrient-wise, meaning how to properly cook, prepare, and combine your food. You'll have extra support in the form of additional practical cheat sheets for breakfasts and porridges, meal planning and prepping, as well as cooking tips to retain nutrients. Lots of cheat sheets, as you can understand, to make your life easier as you navigate through all this information.